Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is Panthex, and once again I'm here with another Hearthstone episode of Journey to Un'Goro. This time I'm going to show you a very cheap deck from the Paladin class, which I call the Militia. It's a deck that I feel like is going to be good for free-to-play players, and that it can help welcome them into the game without having to feel like, oh, I need to get this quest, I need to get these quest cards immediately, and feel like they're left behind. Yes, some of these cards are in Un'Goro's deck, and some of them are epics, but that doesn't mean that you can't craft them. If you're new to the game, you probably have some dust. Hopefully, you get 3 packs immediately. If you get some of these cards, you should hopefully get them. Let me show you immediately in a couple games. Actually, before I go into the games, I'll show you. Here's my 5 decks so far. Most of them are like iffy. This one I feel like I'm really strong with right now. So just to strictly go into the deck, and why I feel like it's a great deck to start with, is I have Adaptation, Adapt a Friendly Minion, Lost in the Jungle. I have 2 of them. I have 2 adaptations, 2 Lost in the Jungles. I have a Noble Sacrifice, Battlefield Tidehunter. So the reason why I have that I'll explain in a second. Direwolf Alpha to enhance Lost in the Jungle or Battlefield Tidehunter. Grime Street Informant, just in case I need like a backup card here or there. Ravasaur Runt, just synergize with Lost in the Jungle and Bylefin. Rallying Blade. Rallying Blade I have for Divine Shield minions. Divine Shield, as you all already know, is a shield that blocks 1 set of damage. Oh, 1 second. Looks like I'm a little dark here. There we go, a little brighter now. Rallying Blade is for minions will get a shield that blocks 1 set of damage onto them, and they won't take any other damage from that 1 attack. Divine Shield is going to come from Steward of Darkshire or Grime Street Protector. Steward of Darkshire, I have 2 of these in here because I like to use 1 as a buffer in case there's a minion that is going to be in my way and I need to have a 3/3 on the board to kill something. But I also have 2 just so that I can guarantee that I can have a couple Silverhand recruits to be Divine Shielded, or even the Battlefield Tidehunter if I'm lucky. Blessing of Kings, I have 1 just in case. It's like a last resort kind of card. Consecration, I have 2 of them because I need AoE. I don't have any AoE. Hammer of Wrath, I need draw cards and plus 3 dealing 3 damage with on a 4-drop is really nice. Lightfuse Stegodon. This is a Un'Goro card also that just came out. The battle cry is to adapt your Silverhand recruits. Not just 1, all of them that are on the board. So if I have Lost in the Jungle, 2 Silverhand recruits, I can adapt both of them out on the board, or even if I have from just use my hero power. So I feel like that's really cool. I put 2 of them in here just for consistency. 2 True Silver Champions. I might take out 1 and replace it with another card, but I'm using 2 just to play test right now. Frostwolf Warlord synergizes with the army that I'm creating, basically. And speaking of army, I have a Stand Against Darkness. This is more of a late game card, in case I go late game, because turn 5, if you put up 5/1 Silverhand recruits, if you don't have a Steward of Darkshire on the field, they most likely will die, especially against like a swipe from Druid, Arcane Blast from Mage. There's a lot of AoEs that can take out Silverhand recruits, but I have it as a late game card. I have Reunite. I need healing, and discovering a spell while healing is really, really strong, so I have that. Spectred Steed. This I am also debating whether to keep 2 or just 1. Because it gives a minion +2 attack, +6 health, and taunt. It's really good in general because you then get a Stegodon, which I think is just insane. Like, this shouldn't be a 6-drop card, a 6-mana card. Like, having 2 minions off of a 6-drop is insane. Yes, in Mean Streets, there is Big Time Racketeer. Where he's a 1/1, someone's a 6/6, but I mean, like, he's a 1/1, that's the risk there. The risk for this is I guess it's 1 minion at a time. You can get it polymorphed, You can get returned to hand sapped depending on who the minion is. Like yesterday when I was playing this deck, I had a Silverhand Recruit with the Spectred Steed buff on it, and that got sapped, so I ended up with a 2 mana 1/1. No, they're 1 manas, I think. Silverhand Recruits are 1 mana. Moving on. Grand Street Protector, synergy with the Divine Shield, plus I need a big taunt in case I go late game. And Stormwind Champion, in case turn 7 I actually have a bunch of minions on field, and if I get this, it's just a great late game buff too. So yeah, that's my Militia deck. I'm going to do 3 games to show you the good and bad aspects of this deck. The one thing I need to tell you guys is that you definitely need to get Lost in the Woods as a turn 1 card. No doubt about it. If you can get Lost in the Woods and Direwolf Alpha, turn 1, that's really good. If you can get Lost in the Jungle, Ravasaur Runt, turn 2, that's also really good. But Lost in the Jungle needs to be a turn 1 card. Like now I have it here, turn 1. So since it's, like I said, it's going to be an aggro deck, you want to start out with as many low drops as possible. So I'm going to remove these 2 cards. Keep Rallying Blade in case, because it's a rogue, in case I have to have to destroy a minion really quickly. The rogue quest is pushing a lot of return cards like Gadgets and Ferryman. What else? Okay, let's see. So I have 2 Lost in the Jungles in hand. I don't want to activate both of them turn 1 because I need 1 for aggro and 1 for Steward of Darkshire. So I'm going to use just 1 for now. Turn 2 I'm probably going to activate my Hero Power Reinforce. So right now I have 2 Silverhand Recruits on board. The counter to this for the rogue is probably to dagger one of them. But instead he'll swap for this. Oh, the reason why is because he has patches. Interesting. So yeah, like I said before, why I kept Rallying Blade is because I needed to kill something. If he's focusing on Swashbuckler, I'm going to counter this by coining, Rallying Blading, killing with one, killing with another. So now he's denied the advancement of Crystal Core to 4. That's part of the aggression that I have here. And then next turn, I can either do another Lost in the Jungle, or reinforce, or I can figure out what is in my next draw, what happens in the next turn. So now his rotation is going to start out with Novice Engineer. I'm not sure why he didn't play it, so that means I'm just going to go more aggressive again. Hopefully, I'm going to pray that he uses Fan of Knives this turn, so he doesn't continue his combo. If he doesn't use Fan of Knives, then I have a Light Fuse Stegodon that'll adapt to my minions. Alright, so he did Fan of Knives. He's not playing Novice Engineer still, since I have Steward of Darkshire up. So since I don't really have a good play here with my hand since he used Fan of Knives, I'm just going to Steward of Darkshire and leave it on board for now. I'm not going to attack because I want to save this in case he wants to continue his combo. He's probably going to want to wait for another Novice Engineer to hit his hand, and then Shadow Step that one, and then get the 4 total. I'm assuming he was going to play either Eviscerate or Backstab here on Steward of Darkshire, which would be a smart play. I would not blame him doing that.
I wonder.
Soul Hammer of Wrath. Interesting. It's a good draw card for him.
Too soon.
Oh, this is where he can do the Firefly rotation. but I'm not going to allow him to do that. I'm just going to use Rallying Blade and then get True Silver Champion out, just in case he has more 1-drops. I can heal 1 each time. So his Firefly rotation is denied. So Swashbuckler is still on the quest.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Edwin Van Cleef. Interesting. So for this, I'm going to leave Van Cleef up. I'm going to get out Silverhand Recruit, just in case he leaves it up for next turn. I'm going to Hammer of Wrath this card.
Burn.
Kill this card, heal for 1. Possibly face tank 1 damage. He might dagger this card, but if he does, that means he's at 5 mana. Van Cleef, what a card.
Pay attention, class.
Interesting, Violet Teacher. With no spell. Yeah, Shadow Step to charge. I can handle this, I think.
Reporting for duty.
I'm gonna buff this just so I can force him to attack into here. If he doesn't, he's just gonna deal damage into here, which is actually gonna be pretty bad for him. Because then I have a Spike Ridge Steed that can counter this card. This matchup is really hard because I'm trying to play around his quest, and I really should be playing an aggro. This is more of me being fearful of this deck now.
I am ready to learn.
Alright, so Fan of Knives. That means I still have 9 health available onto this. Draw a card.
I'm ready to learn.
Alright, this would be a very nice turn to have Consecration in my hand. Okay, he's eviscerated.
I'm ready to learn.
Consecration is probably the most powerful card here right now. And actually, I could have failed here. I should have probably put more pressure out on him. Let's get a heal 6 and a Noble Sacrifice Blade. It's probably gonna actually 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, he tested that. He wins. I was praying that he was gonna hit one of these to kill my Ivory Knight, but I guess Noble Defense is probably the most powerful card right now. So that's a example of a failure of playing this deck. Hopefully next game I can, or the next game after that, I can show you guys a win. The reason why I'm showing losses too is to show what you shouldn't do. And yes, people could say, you just lost because you lost, you're bad. But you have to learn from your mistakes too, right?
With holy fire.
So I'm gonna discard all 3 because I don't really want Grime Street Informant in my hand. I like to keep him as a late game. Alright, so this is actually a really bad starting hand. So it's probably gonna be past turn 1, turn 2, Silverhand Recruit. This quest is really cool though. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm getting all my high drops on turn 1. interesting.
Reporting for duty.
So, I'm going to give this +3 health to try and tank
To battle.
Razor Petals. And I'm going to just hit face. I'm going to hit face because it's going to force him to want to kill this minion ASAP. Also, that he might also think it's a bluff. And really it isn't. I could force him to use those for oh, it's 1 Razor Petal. I thought it was 2 Razor Petals from this Razor Petal Lasher. It's a cool card though. Yeah, see, just easy damage. I love the animation too, it's just so quick.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Respectable. SI agent. So this allows me to either True Silver or Hammer of Wrath. SI7 agent isn't really threatening me with damage, so I'm going to kill it with True Silver. Next turn, depending on the cards, it could be a consecration turn. But like I said, the cards that I drew are unfortunate. This is going to be an aggressive consecration turn. I'll hold my True Silver in case, because my weapons are either aggro or defensive, and I need to keep it in case I have to deal with. Wait, what's he doing this turn? Passing? Interesting. So we're going to
Reporting for duty.
summon a Silverhand Recruit, use weapon, and then summon another weapon. Reason being, free 2 health to heal, and I need to keep up the rotation of my weapons because I have 2 Rallying Blades in my deck, and I like to use the value as much as possible. If he doesn't kill the Silverhand Recruit here, he probably will. Yeah. Rogues is hard to fight with this deck because they just kill the small minions pretty quickly. Alright, once again a really bad draw. Since I'm a little desperate, I'm just gonna Hammer of Wrath this. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
And since he's not really protecting himself, I'm just gonna hit face. Cause he's gonna take another 1 damage, right? He's not gonna. He's gonna keep taking 1 damage at a time. He's putting himself into a vulnerable position, and he's not following his quest through. He's got 10 cards in his hand too. He's gonna play one thing now. Sure.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Okay, this is a good consecration turn. Let's first discover a card to see if I find anything better. Brawl's really good here. I will take Brawl, but I won't use it now. Reason being, this consecration is much more value. I don't want him to get 2 minions immediately. I'd like him to kill something and then throw out the minions. Now I really hope, yeah, he's gonna, he kills this, he daggers this one. Yeah, so he finishes Crystal Core Quest here. This is a problem now. Reason being, because now he has a 5 mana card. What I would need to do here is I have to get another consecration. Actually, I'm out of consecrations. That's an issue.
Reporting for duty.
So since he's crystal coring, I'm going to do make Silverhand recruit buff and Ravasaur Runt have a taunt. The reason is because I want to have him attack in. I'm going to deal damage towards, and then I'm going to brawl. The winner of the brawl is going to hopefully be on my side, and I'll be with the Blessing of Kings. Now the one thing that's going to be concerning me is that he's probably going to kill every minion, or he has enough damage to just go face. Yep, he wins here.
Well played. Your win, friend.
Alright, so my aggression wasn't strong enough here. I should have brawled. If I brawled, I would have cleared the board. That's another misplay. Live and learn, guys. Learn from my mistakes. And hopefully third time's the charm.
Leandrin versus Malfurion.
Okay, so Druid. This is where
My hammer
my
burns
swarm
with holy fire.
tactic might be an issue because of swipe. If he's going the Barnabas quest, it's going to be really good for me though, because it's a summon high cost minions but at a slow pace. High cost, high damage minions. So once again, we're starting out with a really poor turn. I'm going to coin Silverhand Recruit and adapt it twice next turn to force. He's probably gonna if he doesn't. Wait, he didn't use the quest turn one. Oh, okay, he's ramping. This might be a Jade deck. Good. If that's a Jade deck, then I'm going to adapt this twice. Get 8 damage out. Turn 1, turn 2.
Hey dudes, over here!
I need a Sunkeeper Tarim. That's probably a good card in this deck. So I want to attack it just to you know what? I don't want to attack it. I want to let him attack it.
Balance in all things.
Okay, so he's not able to kill my Grind Straightener from it next turn. That means Consecration to kill, it's a clear. He's not attacking it. It's a mistake.
Burn.
8 damage to the face. What do you do against 8 damage to the face? Heal, but do you have a heal in this deck? You're ramping. If you have Moonglade Portal, then that's really good. Now you just use a swipe that allows me to put out my Steward of Darkshire. Actually, yeah, you know what?
Back
Let's be
to your
greedy.
homes. Burn.
Reporting for duty.
See, what we're going to do next turn is we're going to stand against darkness and pray that I can Sunkeeper Tower him the next turn after that. If I get a bunch of three attack minions. Oh my god, he just ruined his game. Actually. Looking at this field now. It might be best for me to just put out one Divine Shield. Hammer of Wrath it. Kill. Kill. I'm hesitating only for one reason. The taunt is in the way. Okay. So I pretty much won here. Watch this.
Reporting for duty. The battle! The battle!
Next turn, Sunkeeper Tower. I've got 4 minions, he's got 1. The next thing he's probably going to put out is another Jade Behemoth, or he's going to put out Aya. If he puts out Aya, he's not putting out a taunt. Okay, he just lost this match. He just lost. Sunkeeper Tower is going to, yes, put all these minions' attacks and defense, attacks and health to 3-3, but he has no barrier. 3, 6, 9. I only have 9 damage though.
Should
I don't have lethal actually, but I do have taunt. And Sunkeeper Tower blocks all that damage. So they put out another minion.
The battle! The battle!
Pressure.
The battle!
Because all he can do is pressure. Or swarm. He's gonna kill both of these minions into here.
Out of my
Get a taunt. This is a really good counter in Jade deck. Yeah, he actually lost here.
For the makers! The battle! The battle!
I think I made a mistake actually.
burn.
The battle! The battle! The battle!
That's sort of a misplay. I mean, you can't really kill this board, right? What does a druid have to kill this?
I concede.
Yeah. So that shows aggression. That's why you needed pressure in the beginning, because it forces them to want to create a buffer. You're constantly stepping on their toes, basically. That's how it really goes. Let's go another one because I already lost 2. Only showed you one type of win. That wasn't the type of aggression that I was thinking of before.
Leadrin versus
I have 1 in
Veranda.
different manners.
You give me strength.
I'll show you
My hammer burns
Hopefully.
with holy fire.
Okay. So all three of these, except Ravasaur Runt, is going away. I come back with more high drops. Great. Great start, guys. Oh, Prince Malkazar died.
Happy New Year.
Awaken the Makers. Okay. So, Awaken the Makers is definitely not an aggro deck. I'm gonna summon 2 so turn 2 to get Ravasaur on. Good thing I top decked this. Good thing I coin. Summon 2 1/1 plants, right? That's probably the card.
Options.
With-
Options.
I'm gonna do this in hopes that I get a Steward of Darkshire next turn. It most likely won't happen. I'm gonna attack face because he needs a forced attack and get this killed, and I'm not gonna give him the card immediately, you know?
What is real?
We can adapt this card one more time, I think. +3 health is really good.
Reporting for duty.
So we're gonna kill this, but this can't really... It'll either kill one of these, or maybe force... if he got Consecration from my deck, fight into that, and kill 2. Rallying Blade, interesting. So he takes 2 damage anyway. Losing a card. I have 3 minions on board still. This means that I'm going to go Rallying Blade, Noble Sacrifice, hit with 6 damage on this turn. That's showing more pressure. Is it summon or play? Summon. So he already summoned 2 Death Rattle minions. Then again, the copy wasn't the summon. So that's good. I would Frostwolf Warlord, but I think ramp cycling is probably better here.
Burn.
The battle! The battle!
He has to kill 2 cards this turn. He'll have this still up, and then I'll be able to consecrate. And I am putting pressure on him still. Need him to either keep healing himself, keep Thought Steals. He can't use consecration now. He got Direwolf Health from Crystalline Oracle. So he's going to take 2 damage to the face from this, waste a Rallying Blade charge. I'm able to consecrate this turn, which is good. And I have Direwolf Alpha to help me out. That's 4 damage to 6 damage to the face of the turn.
The battle! The battle!
He needs consecration in his hand now, if he ever pulled it. I don't think he did. I think he got all 30 cards from... Okay, Shadow Arcane. Nice.
Tortola, preserve us!
I want to keep Minion on board.
The battle! For duty. The battle!
So I have a 5-3 and a 1-1. I have lethal with True Silver if he doesn't kill this, if he doesn't have Shadow or Death.
The game begins.
Okay, so he was hoping for Tortola. He didn't get it though. 5-6. 6. Yeah, I have exactly as well. Let's have some fun with this though.
The battle! The battle!
Plus the attack on Silver-Handed Fruits is really good, especially when you had them played last turn.
You will regret it.
Alright, so that's the type of aggression I want to show you guys. I could reduce the counter cards in here, just to push more, but that's why I was saying that I need to keep up an adaptation style. I need to adapt to my situation by playing either in the early game or in the late game, depending on what is the issue, depending on what is what kind of deck I'm fighting. Yes, I want to stick with aggro, but if I stay in aggro by maintaining my army in another type of duel, like say instead of just forcing 1 health minions with high attack at the face, like I did with the priest right here, if I can keep high health minions with like few Stegodon sometimes, that'll be really nice too. If I can create Divine Shield and just stat up my minions and just like trade constantly, that's also really good too. If I just keep building up a swarm and have 6 Silver-Hand recruits and then Stormwind Champion at the next turn, then that's also really good too. It's a matter of just how you want to play it, and that's why I like building decks that are based on constant rotation and just like figuring out what your environment is. That's why decks like Reno Lock worked, because yes, the objective was to survive longer, Reno Jackson out, and kill, but you also had the aggression of choosing to summon Jaraxxus, like say turn 9 immediately when you had 30 health. Like, why would you do that? Because you're putting pressure out. Why would you use Shadow Flame on a 3 health minion, or even an Imp Gang boss, or even just one like a slowly Imp, to just do 1 damage AoE? It all depends on the situation. That's the kind of decks that I want to build, guys. So thank you for watching this one. My name is Panthex once again. I showed you my Militia deck. The next episode is going to be my Elementals Guide Me deck. I'm working on it more today. It doesn't have a legendary in this either, but I'm thinking of putting the legendary that gains health. No, actually, this one is going to have the elemental where you'll have the elemental invocation if you had played an elemental the turn before. This deck, actually, I'm working on still, should add the gain +5 health for each elemental played the turn before, because I have an Inner Fire combo deck in here. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know in the next episode, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this video. Please leave comments in the section below if you liked or disliked this video. I would love constructive criticism. And follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/KingPanthex. I stream every day during the weekday as much as possible, depending on school or work. Weekends I don't get to stream because I have work. So yeah, it's basically weekday kind of stream life for me. It's going to be a little tight though. Recordings might slow down once again because of finals coming up. But I'm going to do as much as I can just to keep up a consistency once again. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate your time with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Adios.